More countries banning cryptocurrencies? No! I'm going to tell you guys why that's actually awesome news for you. So I'm going to get into why this is actually good news at the end, so be sure to stick around. I just want to give some backstory for any of you who haven't heard about the bans taking place basically all over the world right now, and what you can do to take advantage of this ban, because you see it happening in real time. You're seeing this ban take place in multiple countries. What they're trying to do, understand what they're trying to do, and then what actions can you take to protect yourself and maybe make money long-term in crypto. So the first one here, we're looking at Bloomberg reporting on a ban in India of cryptocurrencies. This has been kind of slow rolling out over the last couple of weeks. We've seen this happening. India will go ahead with a complete ban on investments in cryptocurrency while providing existing investors a transition period to exit their holdings. Okay, so think about this, guys. The entire country of India, all 1 billion people of India, will no longer have legal access to cryptocurrencies. Now, this is very interesting. So let's read some of the article here. Cryptocurrency isn't fiat currency backed by the Reserve Bank of India, and its usage in all forms will be banned through the new law that will be introduced in Parliament, a senior financial minister official stated. The official, however, said that the ban won't be enforced overnight and that crypto investors will be given a transition period of 3 to 6 months for the implementation of a new law. What does this mean? It means that in India, they want to take away individuals' right to have and use cryptocurrency. Why are they doing this? It's pretty easy to see why. They want to completely control the money supply. Okay? They want to do that. Why would a country like that want to do that? India, we think of it as a democracy, right? A liberal democracy. Well, let's check it out. I've gone into it a little bit, and this is what I feel is the main point of why a country like India would want to do something of this. So I'm on the Library of Congress website. Let's just scroll down here just to make sure we're on the same page as to which countries are banning the use of cryptocurrencies. So I went on here because I wanted to find an official list, not some list on some random site. This is the Library of Congress, United States Congress, giving me the list of countries that currently ban cryptocurrencies. And you see right here, Algeria, Bolivia, Morocco, Nepal, Pakistan, Vietnam. Okay, those completely ban all activities involving cryptocurrencies. Okay, as we go further down, in these countries, citizens are banned from investing in cryptocurrencies and impose direct restrictions on barring financial institutions within their borders from facilitating transactions involving cryptocurrencies. That involves Bangladesh, Iran, Thailand, Lithuania. Most importantly here is China. Okay, we all know that China has huge Bitcoin mining rigs in China. So they're playing the game here, but don't think for 1 second that China has any interest in giving their people access to cryptocurrencies. They have zero access or zero interest in giving their citizens access to cryptos. But this is the reason why, guys. If you look here, I went to Wikipedia. Let's look up the Corruption Perception Index. And I went through it already, just taking those countries from the Library of Congress webpage, which they say are banning the use of cryptos. I cross-referenced that with the Corruption Perception Index on Wikipedia, and let's see what we got. I cross-referenced those countries banning it with the Corruption Index, and what do we get? Of all those countries, the only one that's the outlier is the Lithuania. The rest are highly corrupt countries. Why do those people want to not allow you to use cryptocurrencies? Why do they not want to allow their people to use cryptocurrencies? I mean, come on. Do we even need to talk? It's pretty simple. They want to completely control their people, and the easiest way to do that is through the money supply. So they have zero interest in allowing their citizens access to crypto, and this is what they're doing. They are taking away that access. You look here, China is number 78 on the corruption index rank, but you just go down the list. Algeria, Bangladesh, Bolivia. These are basically socialist-leaning countries where these countries and their rulers have zero interest in freedom of their people. So how can you guys take advantage of this? Let's get into that a little bit. How can you, knowing that this happens on these countries that are already very corrupt, what can you do thinking forward on this front? Thinking forward, so if I see this happening in the most corrupt countries in the world, how can I look at that and say, oh, wait, what's a way I can look at this and take advantage of it going forward in the future, right? Thinking that, well, maybe my country, maybe the United States might actually ban this at some point in time. Maybe it'll get to that point in my country or in Europe. Let's think about that for a second. What could you do to hedge your bet or to take advantage of potentialities like this going forward? One thing you can actually begin doing is looking at privacy coins, and whether or not privacy coins are ever going to be adopted by a large group of people in the world is still very debatable. But if you look at privacy coins from an aspect of, will there be a desire for privacy coins on a micro level, on a country level? I think it's highly likely. Certainly, Bitcoin may be the winner in this space as well. But if you think about a country like Venezuela, which has had a huge devaluation of its currency, I'm telling you, people in Venezuela would have absolutely killed for a privacy coin 10 years ago. And so if you look at some of the privacy coins, Monero, Zcash, Dash, along with all cryptos, they've taken quite a jump. This is Monero. Over the last 3 months, it still actually hasn't had the huge run up like Bitcoin has had. If you look at Zcash as well, it's a similar sort of deal. The last 3 months, it's not near its all-time highs. Has had run-ups as all cryptos have. But if you're looking at it from a perspective of how can I get into something that potentially allows people to take advantage of a currency that isn't tied to their governments, especially these out-of-control governments. If you look at some of these privacy coins, it might be a way that is an interesting way to get in to the space that could have potential upside. Because what happens to Monero or Zcash in a country like India with 1 billion people, where maybe people aren't trusting their government or trusting the currency of their government? Do I think that Zcash or Monero could have tremendous upside? I do. And I do think it's best to pick the winner. So rather than bet on a bunch of different horses, do you think Monero is going to be the one? My gut says Monero's the one. Maybe it's just Bitcoin. Maybe just Bitcoin's the play. But there could be some value here in these privacy coins because there's just a whole bunch of upside. If a large enough group of people feel like their fiat currency is hyperinflating, there will be a mad rush into a crypto that they believe is safe. Whether it be Bitcoin, whether it be a privacy coin like Monero, there can be tremendous upside here. And I just wanted to give you a heads up. If you haven't thought about privacy coins, this might be a time to look at them. Dip your toe in, not saying invest everything, but maybe you dip your toe in and maybe you can catch some of that upside.